Evening. Well, let's see. Can I get this to pop up? Final Fantasy. Yeah, awesome. Evening, Ulu. How's it going? Happy I don't have to do screen capture. Every once in a while, 14 just decides it doesn't want to be on game capture, and I have to capture my entire monitor, and I don't like doing that. What if I had something very cringe on my monitor? Alright. Let's go. So we... are heading back to Charlian. Also, Ulu, it's funny that we had, like... Oh, hang on, I think I'm a little out of focus. No, I'm pretty in focus, actually. No, we're good. I found it very funny that we had that whole discussion about mods the last time that we were doing EXs. And then like not a couple days later, Mari goes away. Hello, Magina. I'm meaning to speak with you. Mr. Tataru mentioned the most astonishing thing to me earlier. Is it true that you aided in the liberation of Wurlet? Yeah, I did. It was a whole Gundam thing. So he fought the weapons of the 7th Legion alongside none other than the Black Wolf himself. Well, then that makes you the perfect candidate for our next job. You see, we're planning on sending our latest samples of military equipment to Wurlet's interim government. Since Gaius Balesar oversees such matters, who better than his brother-in-arms to pitch our wares? This is interesting. So he is part of the interim government in Wurlet? Word has it that Wurlet's forces are in the process of choosing a supplier to outfit their troops. So we're keen to throw our hat into the ring. Would you be willing to assist us? It'd be a good opportunity to speak with Gaius. It's been a while. Wonderful. I can't thank you enough. If my sources are correct, you should be able to find Gaius in Turncliffe. Should you chance upon any potential adornments for Mr. Tataru's necklace, please do bring them back with you. Now, yeah, they let Gaius into the... Like, I understand that the dudes had, Thank you for reminding me how the fuck to get there. I do find it interesting if he's part of the interim government, given that, you know, he was kind of part of the fascist government that took over the country. And I want to hey, hi Gaius. Let me go talk to people who are not you. I considered joining the fight to take back Wurlet, but I decided against it in the end. I've been given a second chance to meet my family, so my fighting days are over. The Alamegan's got a lot in common with the people of Wurlet, so we'll do all we can to help them win their freedom. Okay, actually, I get the feeling that most of this is stuff I've already read. You know about Turncliffe? Being part of the south of Wurlet, perched atop the cliffs, there was never much reason for anyone to travel here. Being by the sea is all well and good, but we're simply too high above the water to benefit much from it. The gulls and terns don't seem to mind, though. Most of the townsfolk here are Huron natives or Ora who found their way over here over the years. They all lived side by side peacefully enough before the Garleans came and ruined everything. After years of living under the occupation, youngsters banded together and kicked out the Imperial Bastards, but from what I hear, it was a group of orphans raised by Garlean legatus who played a vital role in winning our independence. Alphonse, I think the leader was called. So many young lives lost. I wish I could give my life to spare one of them. It's too late now. The only thing any of us can do is make the most of the freedom we're given. Hi, lonely widow. Never dared to dream we might finally be able to live in peace. If only my husband were here to see it. Hi, Gaius. Was I expecting you? Are you perhaps chance aware of the ongoing situation? What situation? I see. You're here on some other business, yes? Samples of military equipment. You have my thanks, but there's a more urgent matter that requires my attention. I've received a report that the G Savior Mark II has been stolen from the hangar here in the Turncliffe. Oh, no! In fact, I'm here to speak with an eyewitness. If you're willing, I would like you to join me. Your insight might prove useful. Oh, but the G Warrior's still here. Thank you for coming at such short notice, and with missing no less. Our luck would have it, you decided to pay us a visit on other business. Owing to our present crisis, however, I had him accompany me here. Is it true the Mark II was stolen? How do you... It's like an aircraft carrier. How the fuck do you steal that? Afraid so. While I was performing maintenance on the Mark I caught sight of a man approaching the Mark II looking very suspicious. Our culprit, in other words. That's some Garlean nonsense. I called out to him, demanding that he state his business here, but when he turned around, my heart nearly jumped out of my chest. The man who stared back at me was Valens Van Varo, I'm sure of it. We murdered that man! Breathe his last before my very eyes, unless the dead walk among us. That simply cannot be. Well, I mean, the dead could walk among us. I only know what I saw. Though he wore a visor, his likeness was unmistakable. Even his magenta armor was identical. Pray forgive the interruption. I bring urgent news. Oh, the children. Oh, the children who had to burn out the bad. These former captives of the 7th Legion insisted they speak with you. Please forgive us. Our father, he... Calm yourself, lad. You're safe now, I promise. Now tell us what happened. Father Valens came back and told us to show him where the War Machina are. We know how to get in here, so we sometimes come peek at the big machines. And after telling Valens how to sneak inside, he made off with the G Savior Mark II. Given what you boys have been through, I know how difficult it must have been to confess what happened. Your bravery is commendable. Now, you'd best return to the orphanage. Fear not, we'll deal with this so-called Valens. Though I highly doubt he has returned from the dead, if that War Machina has fallen into the wrong hands, the consequences could be catastrophic. We must give chase, and swiftly. Will you lend us your aid? Yeah, my gratitude. We'll set out to reclaim the G Savior Mark II as soon as you are ready. Pray inform the Ironworks staff when you have seen to your preparations. Not believe my own eyes. Valen's alive. The very thought of it makes my blood run cold. The Mark II was seized so easily bespeaks a need to tighten our security. For now, however, we must focus on the task at hand. If you're to stand chance against the G-Savior Mark II, you need to fight fire with fire. We already fueled the Mark I, which is ready to dispatch at your command. Board the G-Savior? Yeah! Oh yeah, the Mark II was the other platform, right? Yeah. No. Oh, this is where I can... Hey guys, let me just stand over here and remember that one time I killed your adopted son. G-Savior Mark I's automated piloting system currently has us cruising towards Garlemald. If the perpetrator truly is Valens, I'm almost certain he's making another attempt to seize the Imperial throne. After all, that's precisely why he hoped to achieve what he had hoped to achieve with a diamond weapon after the death of Emperor Varus. But he had not succeeded then, nor will he succeed now. I want you to pilot the G-Warrior to make sure of it. While I'm entirely capable of taking the helm myself, I must concede that your skill outshines my own. Instead, I will provide support from the rear cockpit inside the containment apparatus. Nylons may have had a head start, but I'm confident that we'll overtake him once we have the engines at maximum output. Then, the rest is up to you. Several cutscenes will play in sequence. Okay. No. I need, like... What's good? If only I had, If only I had the whatchamacallit armor. The Sentai armor. Let me swap to Gunbreaker. Where's the... This is a bit better. Key signature detected 3,000 yalms to the fore. Readings are unmistakable. Can only be the Mark II. Ideally, we would shoot him down before he could detect us, but doing so would destroy the vessel and him with it, making it impossible to identify the culprit. The only choice is to draw near and neutralize the vessel's propulsion systems, even if it means alerting... I mean, I feel like neutralizing its propulsion systems is still going to kill the man. I beg to differ. Someone's working their way into our frequency, but this voice, it couldn't be. Oh, but it is! How long has it been, Lord Bales? Hi, Nero! What up? As I suspected, Nero told Scava, so the rumors were true. You survived the battle at Castor Meridianum and now work as an engineer under Cid. Work under him? Clearly you're misinformed. I'm merely using my unequaled talents to save the poor fool from his own ineptitude, and now I'm here to do the same for you. Hi, Nero. You're my favorite. You're my problematic fave. Do enlighten us as to how. I love how the chat bubbles here. Our chat windows here are in like 4 frames per second. It's very Star Fox. I love it so much. Too simple, really. I've crafted an armament that will immobilize the Garland's wretchedly designed vessel, and I've given it the appropriate name, the Anti-G. Expecting this day would inevitably come, I took the liberty of loading it into the Mark I's weapons bay in advance. You're welcome. Now, adventurer, listen, and listen well. What I'm about to tell you will be the key to sinking that scarlet vessel, and when I find while I find the idea of its destruction unbearable, 'tis nevertheless the perfect opportunity to prove who is the superior engineer, Garland or myself. Do put on a good show. So wait, am I shooting it out of the sky, or am I just neutralizing it? In the following sequence, you'll pilot the G-Warrior. Time your inputs with the on-screen prompts. When a blue prompt appears left, time your input as the diamonds overlap. When a yellow prompt appears, make several rapid inputs until the prompt disappears. Controls are as follows: left click or right click anywhere on the screen. Keyboard, any standard and modified key. Okay. Alright, is this just like a rhythm game? Alright, let's go. When I activate the homing interface, you are to lock onto the vessel immediately and fire a barrage of anti-G missiles. The moment our quarry is aware of our presence, he will undoubtedly take evasive maneuvers. The anti-G is a flawless achievement born of scientific genius, but that is of no matter if it misses its target. Understood? Homing interface activated. Commence bombardment. Hiya! I thought we were disabling the propulsion devices. I dare say you're a natural. Was that it? Was that literally all of it? With the apparatus and propulsion engines neutralized, our quarry is defenseless. What are you waiting for? Capture him! No, he's not finished yet. So the corner brute still has some fight left in him. I trust you can show him the folly of his perseverance. He's not going anywhere. Yeah! Okay, this is cool. Gosh, I love fantasy games. Excellent work. Quickly, we must go after him. Okay, wow, really, that little minigame section was a lot shorter than I thought it was going to be. What cruel irony that the vessel should crash here of all places. Surrender. There's no escape. It's you, Gaius! And who are you? What do you mean? I'm Valens, the man destined to inherit the Imperial throne! Very well, we'll do this the hard way. This man's not Valens. Or it's Valens with a different eye. Not soon forget how Valens' face froze with fear in his final moments, had the light in his green eyes extinguished alongside the flame of his life. Yet the resemblance is uncanny all the same. I'll not ask again, who are you? Answer sincerely, or you atone for your sins with your life. Brother? Twin brother? Secret twin brother? My name's Procopius. I served as a pilot under the 7th Legion of Lord Valens' command. When I reviewed the 7th Legion's records, I saw no mention of there being another of his kin within his ranks. Your face, surely not. That's right, and I would gladly do it again. Were Lord Valens to become Emperor, his life would be under constant threat. This is my expression of devotion, my willingness to sacrifice myself in his name. To go so far as to change your own face. Why steal the Mark II? Like your master, I presume you wish to use it to ascend to the throne? The throne is but a means to an end. My true aspiration is to embolden the people of the shattered remains of Garlemald to rise up once more and take what's theirs by birthright. Only we Garleans are fit to inherit this star, herding the cattle masses, and we milk them for all they're worth. This is the way it should be, just as Lord Valen's envisioned. Can we shoot him yet? The words of Emperor Solus, no land must remain beyond our grasp. Go forth, conquer, rule. Yeah, I killed Solus also. He was kind of a douchebag, and also repented. I talked to himself in the past, and he's like, wow, that future me sounds like an absolute dick. There we go. Good. Thank you, Gaius. The ravings of a madman. Lest you wonder, I've not killed him. No, why don't you? We've covered the Mark II and apprehended our perpetrator. Let's return to Turncliffe. Why, thanks for lending your aid despite the suddenness of my request. The children will be able to rest easy knowing the impostor has been captured and the vessel reclaimed. That said, you were here on business. Let's delay it no further. Could you enlighten me as to why you came to deliver clothing samples? An enterprise founded by a former scion, with you acting on their behalf. Clearly the equipment's a fine make, and my associates will give it all due consideration. Still, I confess I'm rather surprised to see the champion of Eorzea doing so mundane a task as delivery. This Tataru must command a great deal of respect. 'Tis unwise to refuse the coinkeeper of the Scions. Adventure takes everything in stride. Delivery, skyfishing, traveling to the farthest edges of the universe. I'm gonna say it's unwise to deny the coinkeeper of the Scions. To hear you speak so, she clearly is one not to be trifled with. I shall heed your words should I ever meet her at the negotiating table. In any case, I believe your errand here is complete, but if you're willing, there's another I would ask of you. The boys are doubtless unnerved by what happened earlier. I would assuage their concerns, make it clear to them that Valens is well and truly gone, but it cannot come from a Garlean like myself. Can I prevail upon you to tell them in my stead? Thank you. I believe that you will find the boys near the storage area. Pray give them good news. Yo, Ren, how's it going? The children were so anxious. I thought it'd be best if I stayed by their side. Hope you can forgive us, mister. We're really sorry about what we did. We shouldn't have snuck into the hangar or told him how to enter either. Did you really fly the G-Warrior? Wow, I hope you could take me with you one day. Oh, you're back. Please, mister, you have to tell us what happened. You got the machine back. You're amazing, mister. If that man was just pretending to be Valens, does that mean the real one's not coming back? Yes, he's gone for good, my dear. Pray remove any thoughts of that wretched man from your mind. Thank goodness. Even now, I still see his face in my dreams every night. I'm always so afraid. I want to tell Miss Allie, but I know I mustn't. She's been through so much. You haven't heard? Allie's been helping out at the orphanage. She's been taking really good care of us. We don't want to worry her. Could you keep what happened a secret? We heard that Valens did awful things to Miss Allie too, so we don't want to bring back all those horrible memories. Thank you, mister. You're the best. See previous message, how it's going is apocalypse. Fair. Say, you know Miss Allie, right? Do you think you could help us? We want to make her wish come true for being so kind to us. We heard that she dreams of having a portrait of her family. We think it'd be nice if someone painted one for her. But besides Mr. Gaius, her family's gone. I know a guy. Perhaps we can somehow manifest their likeness for the artist to see. And I know a guy in Ishgard who can do it. It could work. Leave it to me. I may have just the thing. Really? Then we'll fetch the painter. Oh, you don't have to go all the way to Ishgard? That's fine. Could you show Miss Allie and Mr. Gaius to meet us at the lookout? I shall take a leaf out of Nero's book and prepare a surprise of my own. Pray meet me at the lookout when you've spoken with Gaius and Allie. Yeah, this is after. This is like a little wrap-up thingy. Have you spoken with the children? The Valen's atrocities left scars that may never heal. His victims will be relieved by the news. And it's heartening to know that they should wish to perform such an act of kindness for Allie. Very well, I'll do as they ask. I'll meet everyone there shortly. Missing! Forgive me. I didn't know you'd be visiting. What brings you here? Clothes. I'm making clothes delivery. Also, I just recreationally piloted a Gundam. The children said they want to do that for me? That's very kind of them. Well, it's true I've spoken of this on occasion. My family portrait just wouldn't feel right without Melisandre, Recon, Rex, and Alphonse. Still, it wouldn't be right to refuse. They're only trying to cheer me up after all. I'd best go and meet them at the lookout. No, it's, after Endwalker you can do it. There's a bunch of wrap-up quests that you get for all the side content, and that's what I'm taking care of right now. I just haven't done them before. They're on their way then? Perfect. I've made my own preparations in the meantime. All that remains is to await our models for and our esteemed portraitist. We waited a while. It's morning now. Oh, it is you. You came all the way from Ishgard? How did you get here? Would you mind standing over there? Make sure you draw her nice and pretty, mister. Do you do it right? Are we making her dreams come true? Oh yes, I think you've made her very happy, but we cannot ignore the fact that Gaius is not her only family. I know, but everyone else is gone. I wish we could have done more for her. Don't worry, child. As I mentioned, I prepared a little surprise of my own. Look, Allie. They're all here. Well, I understand your surprise. You'll have to sit still for the portrait, I'm afraid. Thank you. Am I gonna get this as a housing object? Words do not come easy at times such as these, but know that you have my sincerest gratitude. Truly, it's a dream come true. I'll treasure this portrait for the rest of my days. To see Milsandia again, alongside her loved ones, I can't tell you how much this means to me. We're so happy Miss Allie's wish came true. Thanks for helping us, mister. We wanted to thank you too, so we got you a gift. We found them on the beach with our friends at the orphanage. They're our greatest treasure. A pair of pretty pink shells. We better go now, but we hope you like it. You're not gonna give me this portrait? I mean, a copy of it? Magina may find the shells beautiful to complement Tataru's memento. Oh! Okay, so maybe I am actually still getting this picture. Okay. Later, gang. What's up? Welcome back. How'd you fare with Gaius and Turncliffe? I piloted a mech. Not only did you help him recapture stolen War Machina, but you even helped fulfill his daughter's dream? I'm not sure whether I should be in awe of your ability to solve problems or offer my commiserations for encountering so many in the first place. Mayhap it's simply the lot of a distinguished adventurer. Which reminds me, were you able to procure a new adornment for Mistress Tataru's necklace? Aye, they're simply remarkable. They must be the fabled rose shells of Worlet. I hear they're both rare and beautiful, making them the perfect choice for various types of jewelry. If we polish them up and make a few refinements, I'm certain we can incorporate them into the necklace. There's something else in this package. A rolled canvas of a portrait, it looks like. It must be a gift for you. It is the... Okay, so I do get the picture. Okay, cool. Owing to your kind assistance, I believe we're in the running for forging a contract with Worlet's interim government. There can be no more desirable result for the boutique. You have my heartfelt thanks. Yeah, I feel like. I have wonderful news. Thanks to your tireless deliveries, we are now overwhelmed with orders. Mr. Tataru's plan was a success. That's another shipment sent. I don't think I've ever packed so many parcels in my life. I don't believe we've met before, have we? I don't have the brain cells to remember everyone I've met. My apologies. Allow me to introduce myself. My name's Hassad. Or Hasdod? Hasdod? I think Hasdod is how you pronounce it. Like so many Honish refugees, I left my home in Palakistan and came to Old Charlian during the final days. You saved my life more than once. I've been working at Tataru's boutique with Magina and Barsud, but albeit behind the scenes. It's rare that I have an occasion to visit the storefront. An unfortunate side effect of the constant demands of our staff, though I think we would all agree that the hustle and bustle is for the best. But don't you wonder what we'll do once these samples have served their purpose? Our equipment is catered to last, which is wonderful, of course, but also means that our customers are not like to require replacements for some time. Therefore, if we're not constantly receiving new customers, our good fortune will eventually sour, no? Venturing involves a lot of head trauma. I can't remember everyone and all my classes. Yeah. Mr. Tataru isn't so foolish as to have not anticipated such things. I'm sure she's already coming up with new and exciting products to offer our existing clients. Actually, I had an idea of my own. For a new product, I mean. In fact, I presented it to Mr. Tataru just the other day. A new uniform to outfit the academics and researchers of Charlian. Oh, how enterprising. And what'd she say? She seemed hesitant, which I could only interpret as reluctance to hurt my feelings with explicit rejection. But then she told me to look into it further and draft a formal proposal for review. It's wonderful, Magina. When she said to look into it further, did she mean for you to conduct some manner of market survey of the academics and researchers? Just so, but, well, some are involved in such sensitive work that simply approaching them is out of the question, which is to say my petition to enter Labyrinthos was denied. Instead, I decided to try the studium. A secretarial mammoth was only too happy to schedule a meeting with an academic representative. But that's come down to it. But now that it's come down to it, I'm feeling ill with nerves. If it were on Mr. Tataru's behalf, it would be different, but this was my initiative, my idea. I'd offer to accompany you, but I have to mind the counter. Perhaps you could offer Magina your support? Oh, thank you. Can I come as well? I'd like to start thinking of what supplies we'll need for the artisans once your plan is approved. Of course, very well. To the studium we go. Where's the... I can... Oh, this is the Figma. This is the Figma sword, isn't it? Figment of Spring. Yeah. I love how pink and flowery it is. Flamboyant Dark Knights are great. Okay, where are we heading? Studium. In Thavner, a man of science is almost certainly a practitioner of the alchemical arts, but these scholars pursue all manner of disciplines, some less practical than others, from what I have seen. This building might well be a temple for how a Stewart feels. I'm glad I have your company. I was told Ki Aliapo will be meeting us here. I'm sure they'll be along shortly. Treasure Dungeons. I believe Dawn Trail Treasure Dungeons. Oh, representatives from Tataru's boutique, I presume? Please make your acquaintance. My name's Magina, and I'm ever so obliged for you making the time to speak with us. Ki Aliapo at your service, and there's no need to stand on ceremony. I assure you, most of our academics are far more concerned with the research than pleasantries. Admittedly, to their detriment at times. Anyway, how may I help you this morning? uniform for our academics and researchers, you say? I myself am ill-equipped to offer an authoritative opinion on the matter, so permit me to arrange some meetings with faculty representatives. Please make yourself comfortable in the auditorium while I go and summon a few of our more personable personnel. Is it Scholark What's-His-Face? No. Slothel's old. Well, in the Faculty of Archaeology, we spend much of our time traipsing about ancient ruins, which often ends up ruining our clothes, if you'll pardon the pun. An outfit durable enough to handle the extended use would be welcome, but it would need to be lightweight and breathable as well. Equatorial deserts can be most taxing, but then again, you'd be surprised just how many relics are hidden at the bottom of lakes, and northern waters can get quite chilly. As it stands, my colleagues and I throw on an any old thing for our field work. Whatever we have on hand is suitable for the conditions, with the understanding that it may need to be disposed of afterwards. Funding for research equipment and the like is precious enough as it is, and we can't afford to have dozens of bespoke garments for every situation, which is probably not what you were hoping to hear, I realize. No, thank you for your candor. It's true. A new kit can be rather expensive. We must ensure our prices stay affordable. The ideal outfit for astronomers? How in the world am I supposed to answer that? I know less to nothing about fashion. Well, supposing we astronomers often conduct our celestial observations from locales remote and subsequently chilly, mountaintops and the like. So something warm? If warm is truly the only requirement, then I think it's safe to say this is the opposite of an untapped market niche. The Faculty of Medicine has strict requirements for dress on account of hygiene regulations. Fabrics that are resistant to stains and possess antibacterial properties are a must, for example. Additionally, we students of nutritional sciences must vigorously dart about the kitchen, so dressing for comfort is nearly as essential as cleanliness, and if it were fashionable enough for people to inspire others to follow in our footsteps, all the better. We require no such clothing in the Faculty of Anthropology, for we make all that we require right here. Rather, Professor Tankin prefers to do so, that he may better understand how necessity begets invention. Blech. An outfit that ameliorates an ether sickness, without a doubt. You'd think we at the Faculty of Etherology would have developed such an outfit by now, but no. No, but alas, our primary projects demand every moment we possess. We cannot afford to divide our resources. Either sickness guy is fishing. Why fishing? that one feels kind of random to have the etherology guy be a fishing quest. That's interesting. How'd it go? I don't know, to be honest. Everyone has such different preferences that I'm not sure it's even possible to satisfy them all. A fair concern. The Studium's faculties are filled with opinionated individuals, each with their own peculiarities. Additionally, our academics spend much of their time engaged in fieldwork as opposed to seminars, which further complicates stipulations of dress. They sound just as unique as us adventurers. Oh, I love how she has a little dog earring. Indeed, it was naive to assume that one type of uniform could account for the needs of all academics. We best return to the boutique. Thank you for your assistance, Mr. Jollypo. I truly thought I had a good idea. No doubt Mr. Tataru knew its folly, but had me research it regardless, so that I might reach the conclusion on my own. She meant well, I'm sure. See how the hardships make you strong. It's the whole mantra thing that everybody was saying to avoid being turned into blasphemies. He's researching underwater ether currents to see if it's possible to predict fish populations and sea travel conditions, and he can't gather samples himself because his ether sickness is so acute that simply trying to attune to an etherite makes him vomit on the spot. Okay. It comes from teachings bestowed upon us by the old gods. Many hounds shall pass those words and their wisdom during the final days, so as not to give in to despair. When we call upon the divinities, it's not to beg for salvation, but guidance. So long as we live by their teachings, there is no hardship we cannot overcome. That's the core tenet of Hannish faith that has seen us through much adversity since the founding of our nation. It's as you say, Asdod. Yet, until you did, it did not occur to me to consider how they might apply to my personal struggle. Coming to Charlian and working with Mr. Tataru at the boutique, I've met so many people from all sorts of cultures, but in trying so hard to accommodate their wants and needs, I fear my own heritage has become an afterthought. There's no shame in dedicating yourself to your work, and and we all have our limits. Compromise and sacrifice are inevitable. It may surprise you, but once I aspired to become a steward. To look back on it now, it feels fanciful. Strange that we so easily let our dreams be cast aside by circumstance. Yet I swore nothing would stand between me and my chosen path, and yet here I am. I know the divinities will guide us wheresoever we go, but what if we stray too far? Would I be a fool to suggest that perhaps we should return to Thavner? But Mr. Tataru has done so much for us. We cannot simply leave the boutique on a moment's notice. Maybe not, but what of our family and friends? It's one thing for us to send money and well wishes, but I wonder if we could not do more if we were there helping to rebuild. We haven't been back to the village since the final days, and we've already forgotten our old lives. I don't know. I just think Mr. Tataru should know how we feel is all. Suppose I have been dedicating myself to work, but is this who I wanted to become? A Hannish who's forgotten our culture? As Varsud says, Mr. Tataru should be stopping by soon. When I asked how she felt about returning to Thavner, she said she'd need time to consider. For my part, at least, I think consulting with Mr. Tataru would help with my entities. I don't think that she's leaving because she is the merchant who gives me all of my level 90 gear. So, I get the vibe that she's staying. My, what a busy counter we have this morning. Asdod, it's good to see you out from behind your usual shipping crates. Yeah, I thought I'd come and help Magina with her research. We've just returned from interviewing academics at the studium. About that, Mr. Tataru. Suffice to say, the requirements are all radically different. I know I said a uniform for researchers' academics, but I'm afraid I may have deeply overestimated the feasibility of such a project. That's perfectly alright. The important thing is to learn from what you discover so you can retain and apply that knowledge as you continue in your entrepreneurial journey. The right idea for a new product will find us when it's ready. In the meantime, I have more samples that need a delivery, and seeing as Missing is very conveniently standing within my line of sight. 1,000 pardons, Mr. Tataru, but before you continue, I wish to speak with you about a personal matter. I do love it's like, oh wow, the Warrior of Light's right there. 1,000 pardons is a personal matter. You've shown us incredible charity, which makes this all the more difficult to ask, but I wonder if I should return home to Thavnair. Please don't mistake this as dissatisfaction with our arrangement. If anything, I've grown so accustomed to life in Charlian that I fear I've begun to forget myself, my dreams, and my faith, the person I used to be before I came here. Not only that, in spite of my regular remittances, I worry that our village struggles to rebuild after the final days. While I live happily removed from a burden I ought to share more. It feels disingenuous to both my home and the many kindnesses you continue to show us. I see. And do both of you feel the same? I've been so devoted to my work that I hadn't given much thought to returning until Hasdad mentioned it, but to claim that I'm not worried about the village would be a lie. While I'm of similar mind to Magina, I must nevertheless remain here. Among other reasons, there is a project I am resolved to complete. Well, I would be very sorry to see any of you go, but if remaining here causes you grief, I'd spare no effort to see you safely home. Which is why I've decided that our next set of samples shall be delivered to Palaka's stand. Furthermore, I ask that those who wish to visit accompany Missing in his errand. Seeing how your village fares is no doubt the best thing for both of you right now. It'll help you understand your feelings, after which we may proceed however you desire. And should your colleagues require it, I'm sure you can be relied upon to dispense the perfect advice. Or fly a Gundam. Magina, Hasdad, give everyone my regards. And it's settled. I'll begin preparing the samples at once. Allow me to assist. No matter what happens, we must finish Mr. Tataru's necklace. Are we ready to proceed with the restoration, do you think? I dare say we have enough additional materials, thanks to Missing's dedication. As for the work itself, I thought we could entrust it to the lapidary Mr. Tataru once apprenticed with. I'm sure that would mean a lot to Tataru. I'm not a crafting boy. I didn't want to do it. Y'all deal with all the making stuff. I deal with the stabbing stuff. Glad you think so as well. Let's leave the necklace in Varsud's capable hands and join Hasdad in Scholar's Harbor. I could have teleported. Never imagined we get the opportunity to return so quickly. Hope everyone's doing so well. I remember when we first set foot upon these docks. After a long, exhausting journey through frozen wastes, after surviving those horrid beasts, Mr. Tataru was a warm beacon of light. Working at the boutique has helped us rebuild our lives, but I'll never forget that feeling of powerlessness. Should I have stayed at Palaka's stand and tried to defend my people? Was I a coward to flee? Is it a betrayal of my home and myself to remain here? I can't stop thinking in circles. Anyway, I'm glad this opportunity to better understand where my heart truly lies. I'll be well, I'm sure, but we must be off, lest we miss our connecting flight. Flight? Are we taking airship? Or ship? That's a ship. Okay, we are taking an airship. Those are airship noises. I've missed the spell of spice and this warmth. We're back. We're truly back in Thabner. Is Ratzat Han always this grand? I can't believe we lived so close yet rarely made the trip. You remember how it was? Village duties always kept us all too busy for travel. Defending pilgrims was trying it out for the stewards even before the final days. Wonder how many temple roads are still traversable. Even if those in Ratzat Han struggle to travel for worship, our feelings of estrangement may be more common than we think. Since we come all this way, would you mind terribly if Hasdad and I toured the city on our own? Let's plan to meet at Palaka's stand and on. There what is? You catch a flight, have you? Well, then you're luck. Things are finally back to normal. I actually don't have any plans to get on an airship myself. I just like to see people coming and going and wondering who they are and what they're up to. Sounds silly, I know. Oh yeah, you're still on the Apocalypse version. Yeah. I love the Ratzat Han theme. Where are we going? Oh, what am I doing? Hang on, I can't leave yet. There's about to be the breakdown. Alright, let's go. Home at last. Well, 85 MSQ and just finished saving Ratzat Han for the first wave of the final days, and decides to go back to the first and see if any of Alita's memories were lingering in the Crystal Tower batteries. You are at a really good part of the story. I can finally breathe again. Let's go and find the Elder. I don't know if I want to be wearing my... I need to get a better Viper outfit. Elder Yeruvit. Hasdad and Magina, how wonderful to see you. I've been so worried. How's life in Charlie, and are you being treated well? Oh yes, our employer, Mistress Tataru, is the kindest of businesswomen. In fact, she arranged for us to accompany Missing in his errand here, so we might enjoy some time at home. It's very good to hear, indeed. I'm relieved to hear that you're being looked after. You're ever a guardian to our people. Thank you for seeing these children safely home. Now then, what's this errand you speak of? Ah, splendid. Our steward shall put these to good use. You may be assured. If only we could repay your generosity with something even half as marvelous. Alas, ours is a village of little extravagance. Everything seems as it ever was. Indeed, with the support of the Radiant Host and the funds you and the others have sent, we have regained much of the peace we once knew. Thank the sisters. Still, there is something I wish to speak with you about, Elder. You're worried your heart grows distant from Thavnir and that you have wandered too far from home. But my child, it's only right that you should wander, that you should roam. Your heart's connection endures no matter where you go. You yet think of us fondly enough to visit, yes? And send us what gil you can spare, do you not? Gestures, perhaps, but not true commitment. Should I not be here with all of you working to restore our village? There's no restoring our village, Hasdad. Without those we lost, Palaka's Stam will never be what it was. We must instead do all we can to become a new village, with a new future ahead of us. Although the peculiars of our path are not yet clear to me. How so? Ours has always been a settlement of stewards, as you well know, tasked with the protection and preservation of Thavnir's sacred sites. We have seen a road shaken and temple defiled by beasts. The material is not always within our ability to protect. What is everlasting is our faith, the bonds between our people and the divine. Though, through the old teachings, we remind ourselves of life's meaning. Yet if we wish to ensure our traditions endure for generations to come, should we not strive to do more than maintain our temples until pilgrims deign to visit? I don't know what should tire you with an old man's musings. Surely there are other ways of ensuring other people remain connected to their heritage and faith. All needs the right idea, something new our village could offer. Very well, my words seem to have inspired you. And with the worldly insights you have gained, I'm sure any future you envision for Palakistan will be nothing short of remarkable. But there's no need to rush. Take time to speak with the others and make yourselves at home. I'm gonna change my outfit. I really do love the Seneschal Prince outfit. And I was wearing it as my Viper outfit for a bit, but it was just too similar. It was just too similar to my Summoner outfit. How else can the village help to strengthen our people's connection to their faith? It's good to see you. You and yours are always welcome here. So you know how to see for yourself. Life here is largely returned to normal, on the surface at least. The hearts of the people are yet scarred, I am sure, but those wounds will heal in time too. How foolish I was to think that the answer would be so simple. I would come home, roll up my sleeves, and help restore our village to the way it was. I would find fulfillment. I would find fulfillment. Alas, not all that was lost can be reclaimed. Our people face a new struggle, but perhaps by discovering new ways for the village to fulfill its duty, we might yet help our community. Exactly! Like the Elder said, surely our experiences in Charlian have given us a unique perspective. Not to mention Missing's extensive knowledge of the world, I'm sure that between the three of us we can come up with a brilliant plan to support Palaka's stand. You're right, and I'm sure that hearing how everyone fares will give us insights as well. Not a soul here will ever forget the hero of Palaka's stand. I'm sure everyone will be just as eager to speak with you as us. There are also others with whom I'd like to speak once we've finished here. Of course, we mustn't forget to pay our respects. Excuse me, I couldn't help but notice that beautiful equipment you delivered to the Elder. As a weaver who crafts armor for our stewards, I would love to hear more about its origins. Created in cooperation with guilds from across the world. Oh, I must have a closer look. The final days exposed the limitations of my skills. Traditional Thavnarian techniques alone did not suffice. I'm eager to hone my craft by studying the works of foreign artists. Although in my weaker moments, I often wonder if purchasing armor for our stewards would be a superior solution. Alas, that would require a surplus of coin as well as available product. As a village sustained by donations and remittances, we would be hard-pressed to afford anything so expensive, even if such suppliers were to venture this deep into the jungle. Hello there, staying for a while or just passing through? Our recovery has been slow but steady, though I am concerned for those who struggle with wounds our healers cannot cure. The final days may have passed, but the grief and trauma are not so easily overcome, or ever for those who must accept them as a constant companions. Ours is a tightly knit community, but I worry for those in the capital and abroad. I imagine it's difficult for them to honor the old teachings as they labor far from home. So many of us fled during those dark times. If only we could bring the comforts of community to all Hanish. But isn't Hasdod and Magina, accompanied by our savior no less? Welcome home. True, we're a bit short-handed these days, but we manage nevertheless. While there is a happiness in being reunited with our young ones, we're just as happy knowing that you're all walking your own path no matter where it leads. I remember Hasdod couldn't wait to become a steward when he was little, but as far as I'm concerned, sending aid from afar is just as praiseworthy as tending to the temples here. Times are changing, and who's to say that this cannot be another form of stewardship? Steward who supports the village from afar, never even considered the possibility. Seeing everyone so eager to help one another makes me more determined than ever to contribute. Before anything else, where should we go? Shall we go? Yeah, let's. It'll be a good visit. To Perusa, then. Can we ask you to accompany us? The temple roads are perilous, and your presence would be a great comfort. Alright, let me put on sword. I get the feeling that you're going to want to... I feel like if I'm going to be doing a murder, it'll be right now. Hang on, there's... Hasdod, Magina, hang on a second. We've got some, where's my... Stop. Mounts. Special greens. There we go. Don't worry, gang. I got this. These ones aren't glam. These are actually just the swords. I do want to get some better swords. Okay. I actually like the ones I was using before. I think I might glam them. These are the Mountain Chromite Twin Fangs. When I was little, I used to run through these wilds playing steward and imagining fierce battles with hideous beasts. Got the scolding of a lifetime when the parents found out. Yeah, there are tigers! When it really happened, when the sky turned red and the jungle spewed forth unspeakable horrors, I could do nothing but cower. Perhaps that's why I feel so guilty for not returning. For not doing more, even if it may never be enough. But this time, I'll rise to the occasion. I never used to give much thought to those who walked these roads before me. Countless pilgrims who risked their lives in faith. Aware of the dangers ahead, they pressed on. So strong was their devotion, so sacred the tradition. 'Tis a perilous path you walk. So it is written, and so too our forebears must have felt when braving these jungles to reach what would become our beloved home. You know, gang, how about let's just okay. I'm gonna swap back to my summoner outfit. It's been a while. Yes, but we made it. I'm home, Mother, Father. Here at Perusa, we may commune with the spirits of the departed. Neither Magina nor my parents survived the final days. I told them about how you saved us and that we're doing well. I know they'll rest easier for it. May the next time we visit we deliver glad tidings from Palaka's stand. Though I was relieved to find the village in better state than I had feared, it seems there are still issues we might help address. Finding a steady source of income, for instance, so the stewards can be properly outfitted without overwhelming our weaver. I was also troubled to hear that those who continue to struggle without the support of a local community, there must be some way to provide respite. Indeed, the question's what? Do you have any thoughts? Never underestimate the power of a partnership. Indeed, Mr. Tataru developed the boutique through close partnerships, after all. And look how far it's come. That's it. If Palaka's stand were to enter into a partnership with the boutique, it might lead to great opportunities. Isn't the stand, like, kind of far away, though? If the boutique sold wares the village produced, for instance, our people would have a reliable revenue stream. But what can Palaka's stand offer, and to whom? And also, isn't it, like, kind of out of the way from, like, actual trade routes? What about amulets and talismans, or images of the deities? Something simple, created with love from our homeland and our faith, so no one forgets or feels forgotten. I'd like that. Our temples were created in remembrance of our ancestors and divine teachings, but the reminders need only take the form of great works. A small keepsake may just be what our scattered brethren need to reassure themselves that they're still members of our community. This could be the answer we're looking for. Can't wait to tell Mr. Tataru. Rather, I can't wait for you to tell Mr. Tataru, Magina. It was your idea, after all. Team effort, let's say. I couldn't have come up with it without you and Missing. If our proposal is approved, Mr. Tataru will no doubt need assistance in Charlian. I'm ready and willing to provide it. But what of you, Asdod? What will you do? I too will return to the boutique. One day I'll come home to stay, but for now I wish to do all in my power to help our village thrive. I'm relieved to hear you say so. Let's go on a consult with the Elder about our plan. Elder Yerubit gives us his blessing. All that's left is to present our proposal to Mr. Tataru. I was lost in a fog, unable to find the path forward, but Magina's brilliant idea was giving me the clarity I needed. I know now what I must do for myself and for my people. I hear you were kind enough to escort the children to Perusa. Again, you have my gratitude. Are your feelings any clearer for it? I think so. Magina and I talked it over, and we believe that we have struck upon a new way our village might support our people. Tangible mementos of our faith? An interesting proposition. Many here would be glad to create such reminders. I expect those unable to perform strenuous labor would be especially grateful for an opportunity to contribute to the prosperity of our village, to say nothing of the options these additional funds would provide. Most importantly, we would be able to help those who have chosen to live apart from us feel so much more connected to their community and their faith. I'm proud of you both for discovering such an innovative way to do so. It would likely mean Hasdad and I will stay in Charlian for the foreseeable future. Then take with you the knowledge that no matter where your journey takes you, our hearts will always be as one. May the sisters guide you. We'll come back again, I promise. In the meantime, we shall see our plans to fruition. I would send word once we've determined the particulars. I will send word once we've determined the particulars. Right then, Charlian awaits. Also, I'm realizing I should probably... Even Varsud likes our idea. Do something Mr. Tataru does as well. Missing the necklace is back from the lapidary. He had nothing but fond memories of Mr. Tataru and was eager to pour his everything into the restoration. The result's magnificent. The original sapphire accented with the black pearl from the ruby sea and rose shell of wurlet, united by a length of maki leather, a singular necklace symbolizing Mr. Tataru's past and present. By the sisters, what a remarkable gift! However, it wants for a finishing touch. Preferably by your hand, and after hearing about your visit to Palakistan, I know just the thing. In short, we'll be proposing a new line of products to help our people feel closer to their roots, yes? So in honor of Mr. Tataru's roots, I would have you inscribe the symbol of Nal Thal upon the back of the pendant. I'll do my best. I'm not a crafter. I got botanist, that's my highest not combat class. I haven't even taken jewelry. You engrave with painstaking effort and unwavering focus. You engrave the symbol of the traders onto Tataru's necklace. Any who behold it will surely know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, this final flourish was the product of your heroic hand. Is that a good thing? In like a good way? I feel like it's in a bad way. I'm sure she'll adore it. Our work is officially done. I just received word from Mistress Tataru. She should be arriving in Scholar's Harbor soon. Let's go meet her there. think I might just stick with crafting, with gathering classes, just because less inventory management. I just dump all of my stuff. I just don't enjoy crafting. I wasn't expecting a personal escort from the docks, though I dare say I could grow accustomed to it. How was your time in Palaka's stand? Did you find it worthwhile? I think that's the thing that I hate about both crafting and gathering classes, is just I already have awful inventory management. With gathering classes, I can just sell all the shit that I gather. It's fine. I don't want to have to think about putting it together into stuff. While they do have interest in our equipment, matters of recovery are their greater concern at present. Recovery, yes, but also growth, which may lead to a lucrative opportunity for the boutique if you'll permit me to suggest another new product. What if we offered handicrafts designed and produced by the people of Palaka's stand, authentic works representative of Panish culture? For those of us living abroad, reminders of home would do wonders to ease the feelings of estrangement, and for others, such pieces could be appreciated as beautiful works of art. Our village is up to the task. You will not be disappointed. Doubt not their conviction, Mistress Tataru. A product that embodies Thavner's spiritual beauty to be shared with the whole world, the boutique offers nothing less. Though we've made wonderful progress with our samples, I believe it's time for a change of pace, and handicrafts born from a heartfelt desire to celebrate one's culture is bound to resonate with others. Given her eagerness, I presume Magina intends to stay and help facilitate this new venture. What about you, Hasdad? You felt a call to return to Thavner more strongly, as I recall. Yes, well, after talking with everyone home, I realized that living apart from them does not mean I must forsake my childhood dreams of service. I believe I can best serve my people by staying in Charlian and continuing my work at the boutique, if you'll have me. With pleasure, Hasdad. Mr. Tataru, if it would not be untoward, we would like to present you with a small token of our appreciation for everything you've done for us. Not untoward at all. Rest assured that I graciously accept any and all offerings of praise and adoration, especially ones as fine as this. How queer, this sapphire looks remarkably like the one my... Is this my mother's sapphire? I hope we haven't overstepped our bounds. No, it's perfect. I'm surprised is all. Never in my life did I imagine I'd see this jewel again. It was part of a family heirloom. When my mother was married, she received it from her mother. Her eyes sparkled when she spoke of one day giving it to me. I'll never forget. But when Father's business failed, we lost everything, and that was the last I saw of it. Though your heirloom did not survive in its entirety, Master Pippin managed to recover the sapphire, and from there we collected parts from clients during simple sample deliveries and commissioned the necklace you now hold. Now that I think of it, Miss Singh often did receive mysterious gifts from those visits, so that's what that was about. Time after time, I'm reminded that a fortune in coin promises only a fraction of what a wealth of friendship provides. Now, when my family lost all its last skill, I became a lapidary's apprentice, and that's how I met a certain miner named Menthilia. We hit it off instantly, chatting every time she brought in gems for appraisal, and then one day she came not with her usual haul, but with an invitation to join the Path of the 12. The rest, as they say, is history. One serendipitous meeting that led to so many others, and led to so many incredible adventures. I saw a poor little girl reunited with a precious memento. Our teaching say that there's nothing more, that there is more ugliness than beauty in this world. To live is to suffer. But we never need to suffer alone, and what is more beautiful than the bonds we share with others? Indeed, it is these connections that give meaning to our lives. Connections for which I'm grateful, and thus compelled to advise that we return to the Agora. The counter remains unmanned, and we mustn't neglect our clients. Quite right, then. Back to work for with the lot of us. We've got new products to plan. I don't even gather that much rent, so you probably haven't bought much of my stuff. No doubt we'll be even busier in the days ahead, but if our village prospers, then it'll all be worth it. On behalf of our entire boutique, allow me to thank you for all you've done. I'm ashamed to admit that in our excitement to prepare Mr. Tataru's surprise, Farsud and I failed to prepare something for you. And that sounds like the cue for Mistress Tataru. Very soon, Missing Here will no doubt embark on another journey to corners of the world unknown, as he is wont to do. I don't know, Tataru, give it like maybe a year, maybe 10 months. I don't know when whatever the next expansion's coming out. We still got 2 more patches before then. To wish you well in making new friends, and to remind you of those who will always be in your hearts, I have prepared a bespoke chocobo barding, crafted with love by one Tataru. I dare say the boutique will be embarking on its own adventure in the coming days. With true adventure invariably comes tribulation. With your compassion, resourcefulness, and reliability, I have every confidence that we shall succeed in our respective endeavors. To ever higher returns, both coin and camaraderie. Oh, and don't think just because you're running off to the other side of the world that I don't intend to solicit your further involvement. You won't escape me that easily. I do kind of owe you. You did buy me an entire island. I feel like I am literally forever indebted to you because you bought me an island. Awesome. Let's head out to... Where's a zone I like chilling in? I need to go somewhere that I can bring out. Let's go to Mamuk. Alright. Hi, Edgar. I need to check out your new barding. Wayfarer's barding. Ah, very chill barding. I think I do prefer the Tirali barding. The Gambler's barding is kind of cool, though. I'm gonna stick you with the Tirali barding for now, though. Also, framer kit. Do I even have an adventure plate? Yeah, I do not even have an adventurer's plate. Let me just see where's Tataru's bespoke. I need to do adventurer plate at some point. All right. For now, I don't know. I think I might just wrap things up for now. Or I don't know if I want to continue like doing any questy stuff at the very least. What I really should do is actually try and get my room together at some point. I want to be like, computer... I don't know what I want to do with my room, so I'm like, what if I just remade my actual room? So I'm like, okay, computer desk here, loft bed with couch behind me. I need like a closet over here. It's weird because my door should be on this side. Large window here. So like I don't know necessarily what I should be doing. I also should probably change up the walls. Oh, can I change the walls? Remodel interior. I do not have any wall items. Oh, yeah, I've gotta mess with some stuff. Where's that portrait? I don't want to trade or put it for sale. Yeah, that is neat. Wait, can I put it away? Store. Okay. House is still the same as ever. Alright, I think I'm good. I think I'm good for now. Let's see if anybody else is live that I'd want to go and raid, perhaps. Let's raid Brandon. Thanks for hanging out. No, it was a bit of a short stream. I just wanted to stream because I haven't in a while. We're heading over, if you're on YouTube, we're heading over to twitch.tv/deadpiratebrandon. Raid message. That's the wrong button. Raid message is you have found the missing persons. I'll catch you all whenever I'm next live. My schedule has been very erratic because I have been wanting to just sleep in lately. But till next time.